Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Under the Sun and Babies, and I do apologize for being this late. I know it's been 2 weeks. I was very sick with asthma flare-ups. That's why my voice is a little hoarse. I had to see my doctor, so I had to get some steroids and cough medicine. It is under control, so I am back. I noticed that this morning I was browsing through Facebook and I noticed a scene of dolls. Just put a comment that the sculptor created this doll. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know, I don't think she understands that she should be grateful that her art is very popular. And she needs to be happy that other generations are sharing her art. Now, I don't know. My question is, when you pass on, are you going to be very stressed for what's going to happen with your art? Because when Bob Ross passed away, he left it to his son. And there's going to be other companies that are going to copy their art unless you have something in written, when it's from your attorney, that's saying that they do not have permission to touch art, then they cannot mess with your industry. Now, if maybe she forgot to, she must have signed in the blueprint that China can have access to it, and it's called replica. No offense to her, but you realize that the dolls that are created in manufactured company are 10 times better than it is when somebody remolds it. Now, she's saying that we need to go directly to the sculptors. Yeah, but sometimes, depending who does it, it's not always going to do what they see in the picture. And just because some of these friends that she has, that they did a phototype, doesn't mean that all the reborn dolls is going to be the same thing. Everybody paint differently. Manufacturer factories, they do it 10 times better. And then you say that there's no such thing as a wake? How do you know? Maybe another person came up with an idea. They decided, okay, there's a Pickle's asleep. We might as well create one Pickle's awake. And there's nothing wrong with it. Our art is going to become ancient history. Meaning it's going to be like Bob Ross. When we pass on, it's going to be in a museum. It's going to be on stores. And you should be happy about it. And I don't want to bring anything politics, but technically this hobby does involve President Trump is trying to encourage anybody that is American and they do their business in China, bring it here. So if they bring it here, it'll be much cheaper and better quality. So whether we choose to buy a pickle that is manufactured, it's because of our money and our choice. We don't have to go directly to you, sweetheart. Just because you only sell them limited edition worldwide, I have news for you. Worldwide, meaning that anybody can get a copy of it. They're going to figure out the formulas. They're going to figure out how to sculpt it. People are not dumb. It's common sense that people are going to learn how to sculpt. It doesn't take a neuroscience to figure that out. So either you did not read your blueprint properly, or you did not address your situation to your attorney. Now, it's not our fault that the manufacturer created these dolls. It is your job to protect your art. If you do not know how to protect your art, that is your fault. Do not come to us and talk to us and post a thread on Facebook Messenger and start saying that you need to find another hobby. Who the hell are you? Who are you telling us what to do? You're not above the law, and stop acting like Letitia James, because that's exactly what you're learning. It's from the lefties. I'm sorry I brought that up. They think they're above the law. You don't tell us what we cannot collect. If we choose to collect manufactured dolls and it's going to be a pickle replica, so be it. If you do not like what we collect, there's the door, there's the keys, hit the road. A lot of us, some of us, I've been in this hobby for a little bit more than you have. Okay, so we know a little bit more about this art more than you do. You're just a newbie. Some of you guys are newbie. So you need to learn from other people that have been in this hobby way before than you have. So stop showing yourself off like you're an expert, unless you went to art school and you got your art degree and you're able to teach art science. Better yet, if you're able to share this art with a lot of cancer patients like me, because this is very therapeutic for all of us, and for me, power. I just did one of my arts, and I sold it last year to our cancer community. I just sent out another one. If somebody asks me with my permission whether they can sell it or they can come up with ideas how to cardboard a human being, I'd be like, yes, you have my permission. You can share it. I don't care, as long I know it's used for right purposes, not to go out there and abuse the system the way they did with Bob Ross. Bob Ross' art was stolen because they never talked to him nor his son about it. So we're learning. So if you want to be popular, then you need to learn to share your art. Now, if you're going to be like Bonnie Brown, who only want to keep your art sacred, and that's your choice, that's your privilege. But do not come to any of us on Facebook, especially Cena, and post a very nasty threat on a Facebook Messenger. That's rude. We just saw that on the on Letitia. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Letitia Pickles and more. She just shared the screenshots. Really? Who the hell are you? You don't tell people what we do, what we cannot do. If we choose to buy these type of babies, which matter of fact, I have my other one, which I don't want to take it out because it's a pain in the neck. You're not telling us what to do. And by the way, these Cabbage Patch though, it's replicated. China copied it. And Cena has talked about this more than once already. So I don't know what's a big deal. You either need to get a psychiatric, get yourself help, or talk to someone, because what you're doing is not normal, okay? So grow up, come up with better sculpting, and don't bother to share it and keep it secretly. Or if you choose to share it, be prepared, because other people are going to get it. And you're wrong. There is such thing as a pickles awake. Thanks for watching. Idiot. Bye.